Our next chapter is percentage. So in this session, we will be talking about percentage. So we will try to understand what are the type of question, or we will first try to understand the basics of percentage, then we will look at the questions. Okay. See why we are actually using percentage. Let me give you a very simple understand so that you will understand the importance of percentage. Let's suppose there are 4 people who are taking 4 exams, but the exams are in different marks, or take your own example, you are taking 4 different exams and which carries different marks. Okay, so let's suppose subject 1, okay, 4 subjects, subject 2, subject 3 and subject 4. Okay, so you have 4 subjects and the total marks is like this is out of 25, okay, and this is out of 40, this is out of 50 and this is out of 100. So the total marks are different in different case. Now the marks you scored, let's say you scored 15 here, okay, now you scored 20 here, you scored 30 here, okay, now here you scored 55. Now if I ask you in which subject, okay, in paper 1, 2, 3 or 4 you performed better, so now by looking into this it is very difficult to judge, right? Because you may say that I got 55 here, so I performed better in paper 4, okay, but is that correct? Actually, if you look at the performance level, it is, you cannot say that he performed better in this because the base is different, right? So that's the reason why we need to know percentage. Okay, so I'll tell you what is percentage, but if you convert this into percentage, it's actually, percentage means you actually expressing everything in terms of 100. So here it's actually 100, the base is 100, so there is no need to change that value. So you can write this as 55 percentage. So 55 out of 100 means it's 55 percentage. So here base is 50, so basically you need to convert that to 100. So you need to multiply the numerator and denominator with 2. So this is actually 60 percentage. So here if you see the base is 40, so to convert into 100 you need to multiply with 2.5, okay, so or 5 by 2, so that means this is going to be 50 percentage. And similarly here, if you look at this 25, to convert that to 100 you need to multiply with 4, so numerator also when you multiply with 4, 15 becomes 60. So in which subject you perform better? In fact it is not in this subject, okay, it is not in this subject, it is in this two, right? Because these two looks equal. He scored like, if you understand his performance, equal performance in paper 1 and 3, and paper 2 is not that good because that's the worst among all, and this is 55. So that's the reason why we need a percentage. It's actually acting as a base to understand the performance, or this is actually helping you for analysis. Okay, so if I put in simple words, percentage means everything in 100. So if I tell you 1 out of 10, so you need to convert this denominator 10 to 100. So what you'll do, you'll multiply the denominator with 10. So numerator also converted in such a way, okay, so 10 by 100, and this you will write as 10 percentage. So 1 out of 10 means it's actually 10 percentage. Now if you ask me how I convert this percentage to fraction, so just divide by 100, just divide by 100, so 10 by 100 means 1 by 10. Now what is the idea of percentage? So how will you calculate percentage? See, let's suppose you have a manufacturing company, okay, of something, and the production is 10, okay, let's keep simple values 10. Next year the production is 12, so there is an increase, right? There is an increase of 2. So if I want to express this as percentage, what I'll do is, you need to see the absolute change. So change means 12 minus 10, the new value minus old value, okay, so change is actually 2. Now change divided by base, that means the old value, that is 10. So here you are getting 2 by 10, that means 1 by 5. Now into 100. So this is how you will calculate percentage. Okay, so this is actually 20 percentage. So 10 to 12 means I can tell 20 percentage increase is there. So if you need a formula, it's not a formula. See the absolute value change, okay, absolute value change, or what is the change, divided by original value, okay, into 100. Now absolute value change means what? You have two values, okay, so here it was 10 and 12. Now you can say this is initial value and this is final value if you need to name this two. So what is the value change? Final value minus initial value. What is the original means? The base, that is 10. Okay, so 10 into 100. Okay, so or if you try to understand in this way, final value minus initial value, 10 is nothing but the initial value itself into 100. Okay, so this is the way you will find percentage. Now I give you another method. You can take it as a faster method. Okay, okay, let's try to understand that method, then we will again come back to this formula. So I think you will feel this new method is better. See, let's suppose you have 10. Okay, now let's suppose you have an initial value of 10 and the new value, okay, the next year production is, let's suppose, 20. Okay, so you need to calculate the percentage change. So what you can do is, you can calculate the factor of multiplication here. 10 into what will give you 20. Okay, so 10 into what will give you 20? 10 into 2 will give you 20. Or how will you know that? 20 by 10. Okay, reverse also you can do. That's what I mean by factor of multiplication. So 2. Okay, now, so factor of multiplication is what you need to find out. Then minus 1. Okay, so what you get? 1. Now add 2 zeros. That's it. So this is how you'll find it. Okay, so 10 to 20 means 10 to 20. What is the factor of multiplication? Minus 1. Add 2 zeros. Any case, two values, find the factor of multiplication, minus 1, add 2 zeros. Let's take 10 to 40. Okay, what is the factor of multiplication? 4. Minus 1 is equal to 3. So add 2 zeros, 300% change. That's how you'll calculate the change faster. Okay, so now what about 6 to 9? 6 to 9 means 1.5. Now 1.5 minus 1 means 0.5. Now when you add 2 zeros, when you add 1 zero, it becomes 5. Another 0, it becomes 50. So 6 to 9, 50% change. Similarly, 8 to 32. 8 to 32, what is the percentage change? How will you calculate? Factor of multiplication 4. 4 minus 1, 3. Answer is 300%. 100 to 900. What is the percentage change? Factor of multiplication is 9. Now 9 minus 1, 8. 800% change is there. So what we are doing, we are finding factor of multiplication, then minus 1, then 2 zeros. Factor of multiplication, that means if this 2 is known, second divided by first, you'll get factor of multiplication. And I hope you will feel this as much easier, right? But in fact, we are actually using this formula only. See, here if you see this, I can write like this. Final value by initial value minus initial value by initial value means 1. Okay, into 100. So when I say you take factor of multiplication, I am actually telling you to do this. Final value divided by initial value, then minus 1. Then add 2 zeros means multiply by 100. So this is how, see, the formula we used in this way. Now I hope this you will never forget. You may forget this one, but you may not forget this. Right? So what we are actually doing is factor of multiplication means final value by initial value, the same formula, minus 1, okay, and add 2 zeros. So just keep this in mind, you'll get the percentage change faster. Anything you can find faster. Now, what is the difference between percentage point change and percentage change, or change in percentage change and percentage change? Okay, see, let's take one more example. So 10 to 15, there is a change. So if I ask you what is a change, you will tell me 5 is the change. Okay, so the change is 5. So the first concept is change, that is 5. Now then what we have learned, percentage change. So what is a percentage change here? Change divided by original, that means 5 divided by 10 into 100. So what is the answer? 50%, right? So if I ask you what is change, that is 5. Percentage change, 50% change is there. Now the third concept is change in percentage change. So I need one more value. Okay, so this is 10 in the year 2011. Okay, like this production. So 2015 the production was 10. 2016 the production was 15. Okay, 2017 the production is like 30. Okay, now let's see the change in percentage change. So 10 to 15, what is the percentage change? 50% change is there. Now 15 to 30, what is the percentage change? Factor of multiplication is 2. 2 minus 1, 1. Add 2 zeros, that means 100%. So here I have 50% change, here I have 100% change. So if I ask you what is change in percentage change, 50. Okay, so this is the difference. Change in percentage change is actually 50. Now what is the next category? Percentage change in percentage change. So here 50% change is there, here 100% change is there. Now what is the percentage change in this percentage change? That's the fourth one. That is a difficult one. In a data interpretation question, this will be the difficult one. Why? Because you need to find the percentage change here, you need to find the percentage change here, then you need to see the change between them, that is 50. Okay, then what is the base here? This 50. So 50 by 50 into 100, that means 100% change is there in change in percentage change. Okay, so that is also 100. So I hope all of you understood these four concepts. So what are the four concepts? I've given you 3 years: 2015, 2016, 2017. Production was 10, 15, 30. Okay, so if I ask you what is the change here, 5. What is this change here? 15. Very simple. Okay, so this is nothing but change. Now if I ask you percentage change, what is the percentage change here? So what is the factor of multiplication? 1.5 minus 1.5. So 50% change is there. Here 100% change is there. 50 into 2 is 30. So 2 minus 1, 1. Add 2 zeros. Now third category what we have learned is change in percentage change. So this difference, that is 50. Then the fourth is percentage change in percentage change. So 50 to 100, that means 100% change is there in percentage change in percentage change. So these are four concepts: change, percentage change, change in percentage change, percentage change in percentage change. So these are the four possible questions you can get in any data interpretation question. Now other category is average related questions, right? And we have already discussed about average, simple average, weighted average, right? Mixtures, alligation, etc. We have completely done. Now next important thing that you need to know is, let's suppose you have a number 10. Okay, now you need to find a certain percentage of this. Okay, or you will go to a shop. The questions will be like this: you went to a shop, you saw a product which cost 500 rupees and a discount offered is like 20%. So what will be the final price? Okay, so this is the marked price, this is a discount. Okay, so what will be the final price? So how to find 20%? Okay, so how will you find 20%? This is 500 into 20 by 100. So anything given in percentage, you write 20 or divided by 100. So 20% means 100. So what will be the price? 20% discount means 100 rupee less. So your final price will be 400. Okay, so like this, if 1000 is what marked, okay, 30% discount is there, means you calculate 30% of 1000, that is nothing but 300. Okay, so what is the final price? 700. Final price will be 700. Now again, sometimes you'll see successive changes, like you joining a firm. Okay, we'll discuss the questions, but I'm just discussing the types. Okay, you can expect. Okay, see, let's suppose your initial salary was 1000 rupees. You joined a firm, your initial salary is 1000 rupees, and you know they promised you that in the first year you will get 20% increase. Okay, in the first year you'll get 20% increase, and in the second year onwards you'll get 10% increase. Okay, so in the second year onwards you'll get 10% increase. So the question can be in the third year how much salary he is getting, okay, per month, like that. So let's suppose 1000 is a salary. After 1 year this will be increased by 20%. That means what is 20% of 1000? 1000 into 20 by 100. So that is nothing but 200. Okay, you can directly find it very easy only. So 200 increase will be there after 1 year. So after 1 year your salary will be 1200. Okay, then next year there is an increase of 10%. So what is 10% of 1200? That is 120. How will you get that? 1200 into 10 by 100. So this is going to be 120. So what is the new salary? 1200 plus 120, that means 1320. 1320. Next year also, if there is an increase of 10, you find 10% of this, so you can remove the 0, you will get 10%. Okay, so that is 132. So 1320, add 132, like that. Now next is, you can see situations like a person whose salary is increased by 20%. Okay, so increased by 20%, then it decreased by 20%, okay, or price of an item increased by 20%, then after that it is decreased by 20%, okay. So then what is the net percentage change? So let's suppose 100 was the initial salary or cost of the item, okay. Now increase by 20%, what does that mean? 20 increase, so the new will be 120. I have taken this situation. After that there is a decrease of 20%, so I need to find 20% of 120, okay. So what is 20% of 120? 24, okay. Why? How I am getting it? 120 into 20 by 100, so this two zeros I'm getting cancelled, 24. So 20% of 120 is 24, or how can you find it faster? 20% of 120, 10% will be 12, 20% will be 24, like that, okay. So what is the new salary? 120 minus 24, that's going to be 96. So initial was 100, now 96. That means effective percentage change, if you see, there is a decrease of 4%. 100 to 96, there is a decrease of 4%. Now here you can directly write percentage faster because this is 100. Let's suppose this was 500. So initially 20% increase. That means 500 20% is what? 500 10% is 50. So 20% will be 100. So the new salary is 600. Then 20% decrease. So 10% of 600 is 60. 20% means 120. So 120 decrease means it's 480. It's 480. So initially 500, now 480. That means there is a decrease of how much? What percentage? You need to see 20 is what percentage of 500? 20 is what percentage of 500? So you can do this, 20 divided by 500 into 100. Okay, so you get this as 4%. So what we have done is, what is the change? Change is 20 divided by what is the original value, that is 500, that is the denominator, into 100. So final value minus initial value, that's a change, you get 20 divided by the initial value, that is 500. So you don't want to think all this way, just take the change divided by the base, that is 500 into 100. Okay, now another case will be a trader, shopkeeper is giving successive discounts like 10%, then 20%, then again 10%. Okay, so when you are bargaining, let's suppose this product costs 100 rupees. Now how much he will get? Okay, so if it is 100 rupee, he is giving successive discounts. So first he will tell that I'll give 10%, then another 20%, then another 10%. Okay, so when you give 10%, you are telling 90. Then another 20% means 20% on 90. So that is 18. So 90 minus 18 will be 72. Another 10% means 7.2, right? So minus 7.2 means 64.8. So if you are giving 3 successive discounts like this, what you'll get? 64.8. Now you can calculate, it depends on the question. Now another typical question will be, see, a shopkeeper, the cost price of 2 items are same. Okay, so you have 2 items, cost price is same. So this is a keyword, cost price is same. Then one you are selling at 20% profit, other you are selling at 20% loss. So how much effectively he is getting, or is there actually a profit or loss? If there is a profit, what percentage? If there is a loss, what percentage? See here in this case, once you understood, then it's over. Cost price same means, let's take 100. So item costs 100 rupees. So total 2 items means cost price is 200. Now one you are selling at a profit of 20% means you are selling at 120. Other you are selling at a loss of 20 means you are selling at 80. So what you are getting, both of them together, 200. So what you are getting is 200. What is your cost price is 200. That means no profit, no loss. What is the situation? Cost price of 2 items same. One selling at profit and one selling at loss, both are same. It can be 30% profit, it can be 30% loss, but both should be same. What is the different situation? Instead of cost price, the selling price same. The selling price is same. Now when the selling price is same and you are selling one item at 20% profit and other at 20% loss. Okay, now if I ask you effectively what is the profit or loss percentage, you always, without thinking or without doing anything, now you can mark, always there will be a loss in the situation. And if I ask you what is the loss percentage, take square of it. that is 400. So obviously you need to divide by 100. So 4% loss. Now if it was 30, 9% loss. Take square of it. Avoid the 0 if you want, then take square of it. Or just multiply. Because square means multiply, both are same. Okay. So this two case you always keep in your mind. If the cost price is same and one selling at a particular percentage and the other selling at the same percentage, but one at profit, one at loss. Okay. Then no profit, no loss. When cost price is same. Cost price is same. Selling at profit and selling at loss, but both are at the same percentage, 30% profit, 30% loss, or X% profit, X% loss. There is no profit, no loss. In this case, selling price is same. Okay, so loss always, and how can you get it? Just multiply. If it is 30, 30 into 30. So 900 divided by 100. If it is 20, 20 into 20. 400 divided by 100. If it is 10%, 10 into 10, 100. So 100 divided by 100, 1% loss. I hope this is clear for all of you.